Let's see some examples of relations which are antisymmetric. The relation less than or equal to is antisymmetric on any set of real numbers. So if a relation has to be antisymmetric, then only remember that we should not have x comma y and y comma x. That is the only rule. So see that will not be the case, then it will be antisymmetric. Just see this one. What can you say about less than or equal to? Let us say x is less than or equal to y, where x and y are some real numbers, which means x comma y belongs to this relation. Okay, which relation less than or equal to? Then it should so happen that y less than or equal to x should be false. Then only we can say that this is antisymmetric relation, and of course this will happen, isn't it? If x is less than or equal to y, then y will not be less than or equal to x. Only case when it happens is when x equal to y, and that is allowed, isn't it? Therefore, if x comma y belongs to relation, then y comma x does not belong to this relation. Only case it will belong is when x equal to y. Therefore, we can say that less than or equal to is antisymmetric on set of real numbers, right? And the same way, less than is also the antisymmetric relation. It means that if x is less than y, where x and y are real numbers, if x is less than y, then y cannot be less than x, right? Therefore, you cannot see the elements x comma y and y comma x both present in this relation. Therefore, we can say that it is antisymmetric. Got it? So you may not even see x comma x also present in that. That is okay. There is no compulsion that x comma x should be present. Only rule is both x comma y and y comma x should not be present together. Okay. And the next one is the relation is a divisor of, denoted by slash, is an antisymmetric relation on any set of positive real numbers. So this third point says that if x is a divisor of y, right, then y cannot be a divisor of x. True, isn't it? If x divides y, then y will not divide x, right? But see that the domain is defined as set of all positive real numbers only, which means x and y should be positive. Got it? See, 2 is a divisor of 4, but then 4 will not be divisor of 2, and 4 is a divisor of 4, right? This is allowed. By x comma x can be present. So what does it mean? If 2 comma 4 is present in the relation, then 4 comma 2 should not be present. Of course they will not be present, right? So that is why we are not allowing negative real numbers. Why are we not allowing negative real numbers is, you might end up having this case. 4 is a divisor of minus 4, as well as minus 4 is a divisor of 4. Then what happens? X comma y both are different, and x comma y and y comma x both will be present in the relation. That is why this type of we are not going to have negative real numbers. So both positive and negative, we are going to have only positive real numbers. Got it? And similarly, this set inclusion, which means subset. So if you have a set A, if A is subset of B, then B will not be subset of A. It means that if you have A comma B in the relation, then you will not have B comma A in the relation, right? So what does it mean? If you are having A as a subset of B, then B cannot be a subset of A. In case if it happens, it will happen only under the condition that A equal to B, right? Which means you will have elements of type x comma x, but not elements of type x comma y and y comma x together. Therefore, this subset or it is also called as set inclusion, this relation is antisymmetric, right? And similarly, proper subset, right, it is also antisymmetric. The reason is, if A is subset of B, then B cannot be subset of A. Therefore, we will not have the symmetric pairs A comma B and B comma A in the relation, right? And also superset, right? So superset is also antisymmetric. So you can, this way you can find a lot of antisymmetric relations. So what I am trying to say is, whenever you see that you have to prove that any relation is antisymmetric, just see that x comma y and y comma x both should not be present in the relation. But They can be present only in the case when x equal to x. What about parallel to on set of all lines? If you have the relation parallel to, what can you say about it? If A is parallel to B, then B is of course parallel to A, which means A comma B will be present and B comma A will be present, and so we can say that this is not symmetric, it's antisymmetric. Got it? That is symmetric actually, right? So that way you can solve this. You just see that x comma y and y comma x both are not present simultaneously. Okay.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So, first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.